Boy, oh boy. Have I got a deck for you today? So we decided to take the plunge and we bought Master Malt. I have no reason for doing this. I don't necessarily think that Master Mold is worth the tokens. He's not going down to Season 4 tomorrow when the series drop happens. And I think it's a really neat card, and they've got a very unique sort of idea for the deck here. It's still very much in a work in progress. I've literally played about 20 games with Master Mold. I really like the cards, and there's actually a lot of funny stuff you can do with it. So we've got Master Mold, obviously, and then the other standout card in this deck's got to be Super Scroll. So Super Scroll is kind of like in a bit of a weird spot, but like, yesterday it was on Slot Citadel with the hot location, so it was double ongoings, and I played a bit of Super Scroll, and I just kind of really like giving the guy a chance. And with this deck, it kind of makes sense. So what we're looking to do here is we're looking to play Mr. Negative, and then play Master Mold at some point to get the Sentinels into their hands, and then we get a really big Ronin, and then we copy the big Ronin with the Arnim Zola. Is one win condition. But then as we're playing Mr. Negative, we've also got our classic Iron Man, which is obviously like the nuts, that's the high roll alongside Ronin. Mystique's really, really good as well. Mystique copying either of their ongoing sick. We got Wong, and then Wong plus Master Mold gives the enemy 4 Sentinels, which is often enough to just keep them from drawing any cards. Black Widow as well kind of fits quite well here. I think it'll make more sense when we start playing games, but having the Black Widow is actually pretty good. It's kind of nice, making the enemy just not be able to draw any cards. And obviously it feeds into the Ronin really well. Bast is pretty good in this deck. Nothing in this deck actually has more than 3 attack, so it's really Bast friendly, and I think Bast is so good with Mr. Negative. It completely removes his downside. It's really good with all of these cards, especially like Iron Man, so if you don't hit Iron Man on the Mr. Negative, getting the Bast onto him is really, really good. And then Sunspot's kind of just here. I'd like to swap Sunspot for something else, because I feel like it's really boring just putting Sunspot in deck. But at the moment, it's just a good one-drop. We are still floating quite a lot of energy. It's a really simple, like, this negative deck. If you watch, like, my last couple of videos, I've been playing a sort of similar shell, but with more of a Darkhawk thing. I think Master Mode could actually be really, really good with Darkhawk as well, because you do end up often stopping them from drawing a card, which is really good for Darkhawk. But yeah, I think this deck kind of speaks for itself, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys. I think as well, Master Mold at the moment, A, because it's a Series 5 card, but also just in general, has a lot of surprise factor. I think it really throws people off as well. And I think when you play Master Mold, people are just like, what is this deck? And I think that it has a lot of surprise factor for that exact reason. There he is, my perfect boy. We'll just play him on left. So now the guy's missed the draw next turn, and this is what I'm saying, I think it could be good with like Darkhawk, because now he's not able to draw anything, and then if he's only got the Sentinel in hand that he can play, he's going to have to keep playing Sentinels. Moon Knight, okay. Walker. Oh, okay. This is an excellent first game. Easy Mr. Negative, although I don't actually think we're too fussed about this, to be fair. I mean, what else are we going to do, though? I guess we could just float and let the Sunspot ramp a bit, but... Walker. This guy probably thought he was really out there playing Walker, and then I just come in with the Master Mold. Beautiful. He's keeping his hand size up. Probably doesn't expect the Ronin, because I mean, who would play Ronin, right? Unfortunately, we can't play the Black Widow here. I think we're just going to Ronin left, which I think should just win the lane. We're revealing second as well, so we're like immune to Shang-Chi. Okay. Nice. Actually seems pretty good, to be fair. I think we might just play for right. This feels a bit risky, because obviously there's a good chance stuff might just die, but I think we kind of got to go for it. Oh What? Why would you? Oh, yes! Oh, that's so rough. And now all of my stuff's gonna die, right? I shouldn't have laughed. The instant karma is real. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose still. Oh, I won because of the sunspot. That's so crazy. That danger room just claimed so many lives. So yeah, I feel like when it comes to explaining decks, some people do it really well, and I think that I'm starting to like, so I'm learning how to like edit and stuff at the moment, and I kind of like my setup at the moment's kind of garbage, not gonna lie, and I'm getting paid on Wednesday and I'm able to sort of sort a few things out, so I'm hoping to upgrade how we sort of do the intro bits and how we talk about decks and stuff. I just find it kind of like difficult sometimes to really articulate, and I feel like the best way to learn like a deck in a card game is through like playing it. I think we just Zabu here. I kind of like holding back the Black Widow for when we can get like a mill as well, because if they manage to get themselves up to 6 cards or we get them up with the mold, it is kind of nice to hit 6. Okay. Wong's fine. I think we'll Wong mid. Okay. This might be a Sandman deck, but I'm also worried that it could be Galactus, Arrow. Okay. Not too worried. Doesn't really bother me too much. The tricky thing is that Onslaught Citadel obviously doesn't work well with what we're doing here. Kind of tempted to just play the Iron Man mid for now. I think this is probably going to end up being a retreat just because we're not hitting the power we want to. Okay.
I am Iron Man.
And yeah, it's committed very heavily to the left. I reckon this is a Doom, right? I think this is probably a Doom, so hopefully this is enough to beat a Doom. Although that doesn't actually add anything because they nerf Sunspot. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to retreat here. I just feel like we're too far behind. This deck doesn't perform as badly as like some other decks when it's behind, but in scenarios like that, it is very hard to sort of go wide. Isle of Silence, big counter to this deck. Big counter. And this is probably a good matchup for us though, because as we're playing the same guy, and we know what he's like sort of running and stuff, we know that he can't really get rid of the Sentinels because he's going to be wanting to play like Electro and stuff. The shuffle's pretty dirty as well, to be fair. If we can get him to shuffle the Black Widow bite into his deck, I feel like that's really good as well. I don't really think we want an extra Black Widow in our deck though. It's an interesting Electro. But we knew that was coming. So the nice thing here is he's going to shuffle those cards back into his deck. We'll just go for a 1, I guess. We may as well play it. Cloning Bats, Jubilee. Funny. The tricky thing here is that we run a big risk of Shang-Chi, but then what are the odds that he has Shang-Chi, right? Magneto, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. He leads to Shang-Chi, but surely he'd snap if he had a Shang-Chi, right? And I think the nice thing about the Master Mold relationship with Ronin as well is like they can't even dump cards on the last turn to get the Ronin's power down. So it's kind of like an inevitable sort of power source. As now, if his hand is, say, 2 Sentinels, Arrow. Cool. Man, good nerf on Arrow, eh? Not gonna lie, I didn't really think about Arrow when I placed the cards down. It was just very lucky that I placed them in the correct order for Arrow. I wonder if they're gonna change Arrow back at some point, because I think Arrow's effect is like really, really cool, and I think like I've seen people who say that Arrow should have the Arrow effect, but it should be Magneto's stat line, and Magneto should have Arrow's stat line. So like Magneto should be a 5/8, and Arrow should be a 6/12. And I kind of like that. I think that's a good compromise. Deadpool deck, eh? That's cool. Let's get some Master Molds going. Cool Deadpool as well. Up to 6. This is probably quite a good matchup for us as well, because if his Deadpool goes back to his hand, it can stop him drawing cards, which is pretty good. Okay. Should we just fill Kiln, or do we want to leave a space in case we are on Zola? We have to play everything right next turn. I think we'll just Bast Super Scroll. That seems pretty good to me. Maybe he's Galactus? I don't know. It's kind of weird to not play into Kiln, but then that Wolverine's just going to flip it anyway, so I'm sure it's fine. Yep. Okay, well the nice thing about the nice thing here is that we can... I think we'll just Mystique, to be honest. The Mystique's, when it's in the free slot and there's not anything that's a negative, the Mystique can't hit anything else. So we may as well copy Super Scroll. Hopefully we don't get done over here by something awful like Lizards. Nova, Deadpool, Sabretooth, Venom. Oh, not bad. So he's got a 6 power Deadpool. The Ronin's so good. He's got 5 cards in hand, 2 of them are Sentinels. The Ronin's always going to be pretty big, it's just which side does he play on? Does he go Deadpool left or does he go Deadpool right? So what's he going to play? Deadpool... So the biggest this Ronin's going to be is it's going to be maximum... Realistically, right, it's going to be a maximum of like 9, 10. I just don't think we can outpower this. We probably should have played a bit more into Washington DC. The problem is you could probably replace Super Scroll with a good card and this deck would just be 10 times better. I think you could replace Super Scroll with Dark Hawk and this deck would just be better, you know what I mean? But then I guess the problem is like as we're not running all of the like rock package, the Dark Hawk's a lot less consistent than it would normally be in this style of deck. We'll see, we'll see. We've bought Master Mold now, so you guys are going to see a lot of Master Mold for the next couple of days. I have no regrets as well. I know some people are thinking it like, why would you spend 6k credits on Master Mold? It's actually a really fun card. And I'm sure there's also loads of people who are like, well, I'd love to enjoy Master Mold, but I don't have 6k credits. I understand your pain. This is the same guy, this is the Deadpool guy. Don't you worry, bro, I remember you. Well, Savage Land's actually pain, but we can just fill his hand with Sentinels. I think we gotta do it for the meme, right? Maybe we should have played Mr. Negative right first, just to... Okay, cool. Don't kill Iron Man? Okay. We just don't want to draw Iron Man now? If we don't draw Iron Man and we don't kill Iron Man, I think we're quite happy. Unfortunate for us. really good for him. If he snaps, we're gonna back off too. We're out, bro. He should have snapped a lot sooner. I think, as he just played us, if he was paying attention, he could have snapped as soon as he saw the Sanctum and Sanctorum and the Savage Land. I think that Savage Land was the nail in the coffin there. I definitely would have stuck around if we hadn't had that. But we just didn't have the room to play. I think like that Sinister London plus the early Wolverine as well is just lethal. Oh, see that. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Get that salty run back. Let's see if we can actually win one. Sacred Timeline doesn't really do it for us, but I don't think we really care. We're gonna go Zabra over Master Mold. I think this is like a bad matchup for the Master Mold. Although because he's got Yondu in here, I feel like that's like a good I guess for death, but I just feel like he's probably hiding a Nolan there as well, right? Kind of spice. I might just play the Wong out, to be fair. Please hit Master Molds. Come on, game. Ronan. Okay. I think we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna fill his hands. I think he's got a full hand now. Oh no, he's gonna get one draw. Hopefully that's something and he kills it. Yeah, please kill it. Cool. Sick. This is really good because now we're probably just gonna be denying him draws for the rest of the game, which is like insanely good. I think we'll just do Sunspot, Super Scroll seems fine. I still reckon there might be a Null hiding in here. Maybe. Arnim Zola. It's just really not useful, isn't it? I think the problem is we just never have the power to get there. I mean, we could copy something with Arnim, or we could just float, but like, if he plays literally anything mid, we just lose, right? If we float, we just can't win. I just feel like this is like a really well, I mean, we're also playing a Mr. Negative deck, and we haven't hit the nuts, so that always, you know, that always gets you. Pain. It's not. Well, I mean, I was going to say it's not going super well so far, but I mean, it's kind of going about as good as can be expected. I think at the end of the day, this particular version is like still a Mr. Negative deck, so we are expecting like quite a bit of variance. This is a good hand though. I would say this is like almost snap worthy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Kiln's a bit of a rough one. Oh, Mysteria, okay. I don't know, maybe he wants the Sentinels. It's a shame there's not like an anti-Serra that makes like cards cost one more, because that would be really useful. Wow, okay. Fuck. Excuse my French, this is not useful at all. It should be okay, as long as we don't see a Cosmo, we should be alright. The Mr. Negative Iron Man Mystique plus something else in 6 as a minimum. I'm actually... Is he going to bounce it? Okay, Carnage. Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought it was going to be a bounce there. I guess he does have my Sentinels now as well, so he can just play a bunch of Sentinels. You know, I think we're going to snap because we got the Iron Man. I know it's not a Mr. Negative Iron Man, and it might get hit by the Enchantress, because this guy's probably running Enchantress. Because I never seem to fight ones with Enchantress Sin, and then as soon as I play like an ongoing, they all have Enchantress, and then as soon as I play what's it called? Something that's big. Shang-Chi. Okay. What are we doing for cards? We've got 7 at the moment. And then we just have to go for it. Sarah. Yeah, see, this is the thing, right? So now, like, it's like, is he just gonna play an Enchantress on us? Which wouldn't be ideal. We can copy it, but then obviously if he Enchantresses us, it's useless. It's very hard to say. If he doesn't have the Enchantress, it's not worth 8 cubes, right? We know that like a lot of these lists run Enchantress. It's just not worth the 8 cubes.
Escape.
We also don't have crazy power over there. That's only 12 power. Maybe a bit of a premature snap from us. Maybe. But I don't know. I don't know whether like you have room for Enchantress if you're running like a Carnage package as well. Maybe I'm just getting a bit like spooked by something that's very like improbable. You know what we could try? We could try swapping the Sunspot for Cosmo. That might be a bit of a safer run. It does reduce our early game players, but it might make the give us a bit more security and snapping, a bit more agency. Because like most of the time, our big issue is Arg. It's an Enchantress. This is looking like a relatively good start though. It's a fairly strong hand. It really sucks we didn't get the zombie down that time, because now we can't negative 4. You never know, this could be Tinkerers. Even Eternity range is okay. I really want to snap, guys, I really do. I think I gotta go for it. I think we're gonna take some risks, guys. We've got the Super Scroll, and I feel like against Thanos, this is the Super Scroll matchup. Okay, we're definitely gonna get leech because this guy's a gamer. So. Because we're gonna get leeched, I feel like we should play Super Scroll, but then I also really want to get this negative down. I think we'll go wide. We'll go wide. Okay. America Chavez. Okay. I mean, I think stopping the draw on the last turn will be really, really good. Hopefully they just play like a Devil Dinosaur here, or they pull a Devil Dinosaur, that'd be pretty sweet. Leech, yeah, a bit of a bit late leech. It's fine. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually have any meaningful... I guess the only problem with the Black Widow is now you can chuck into the Lockjaw, which sucks a bit. Also Order, because now we can't even copy it. Arg. It's kind of hard to say, right? Because I mean, on one hand, like, this could just be enough. But then I just don't think it is. You know, if we played that the right way around, I might have stuck it out. I feel like I'm just giving a masterclass on how to, like, not play this deck right now. It's cool. We haven't lost a level yet. There's still time. Let's make a little swap. I'm not loving the Sunspot. I feel like Sunspot, it's not even a nerf, it just feels cheap having Sunspot in here. Let's have a look. Let's get up some stuff. Yeah, right cost. Have a think. What could be good instead of Sunspot? I'm kind of really wanting to put in Cosmo. It just feels like it doesn't quite go on curve. Feels like it's just putting a bit too much weight on the fast. but then it just would mean that we could stick out a lot more matchups. Okay, I'm thinking we're gonna make a couple of changes here. I think we're gonna slide Cosmo in, wherever he may be. There it is. Slide Cosmo in. And then I'm also like not loving the Super Scroll. I know I really was like, oh, Super Scroll is really good here, but I think we're gonna try something a bit different. Let's we're not seeing as many armors and Shuris, and something I'm a really big fan of is Gambit. So let's I only have like an ugly base Gambit, but not the Gambit so cool. Let's try this. Let's try this. Something a bit different, something a bit more flavorful. I kind of want to try to sort of like Dark Hawk version of this, but I feel like that's a completely different sort of game on its own, so I kind of want to save that for another time. These are some pretty tight locations. You know what's really jarring about this, right? It's like we literally just put in a car, we just took out Super Scroll, and we've just like hit the Super Scroll matchup. How jarring. So upset. My disappointment is immeasurable. We're not gonna have priority here, so we can't really get a Cosmo down. You know, I'm kind of happy playing Wall. So I think all of his reach is probably going to come from playing, what's it called? Fudge. Ultron on the last turn. So I'm going to play Cosmo here. I think this will help a lot. Yeah, there's a Wasp. No more Cosmo for you. So Iron Man would bring this up to 20. Or we could play Ronan, which adds 15, but then obviously he's going to play cards. 20 versus... Could have some big minions. We basically need to have more than 7, so... He's got a couple of Sentinels in his hands, and then he's got 4 other cards. Does that deck have that kind of reach? I guess he could play Blue Marvel. It's not ideal, right? Like, he's got 4 cards in deck though. I think we'll risk this one. Ultron, that's fine. Yeah, we win. Okay. That felt bad. And Cosmo's just a good card, right? Like, I think Cosmo's not prevalent, at least in the games I've been playing recently. I felt like Cosmo was in literally every deck about 2 months ago, when I was playing Silver Surfer, so about 3 months ago now, time flies. Why so serious? It's Marvel Snap, it's the most serious game in the world. Did you guys like my Vulture profile picture? I feel like it's really neat. Oh, okay. Now this is an interesting one for us. So we could play Master Mold without Punish. Or we can play for copying Arnim Zola, so maybe we do play the Master Mold. Let's play our boy right. And then, oh, did we just get, just got free Master Mold, which is awful, because that's not what we wanted him for. Okay. Okay, we're gonna Cosmo mid, which would actually Cosmo right. I'm gonna Cosmo left. So the plan here is probably to Ronan, Owen, and Zola. So hopefully we'll be able to get a good Black Widow down next turn. And then hopefully he just doesn't play the Widow's Bite out. Okay, he's not playing any cards at all. It's a very interesting choice. not really sure what's happening, to be honest. I'm kind of waiting for a Sarah to come down and it's to turn out to be a Hitmonk deck. White Queen. Okay, he's going to see the Arnim. Okay, I think we're going to Ronin left. Devil Dino. Okay. So he knows we've got Arnim, right? So he's probably expecting us to Arnim mid. So surely we should just play Mystique right. And that just wins, right? So let's try this. Oh, he had first reveal. God, I'm stupid. Oh, okay, that one was on me, guys. That one was on me. That's like some classic, classic infinite level gameplay there. I'm surprised that guy didn't emote. I'm so toxic. If I had done that to someone, I would be emoting like nice and very like. No, it wasn't even a good play, you know. Like, I'm sure if I'd played the Arnim, he probably would have been emoting. But like, he was probably just sitting there like, why wouldn't you on him? Like, I mean, yeah, I have priority. You should retreat. I'm surprised he didn't snap. If he'd snapped, I might have actually thought about it. So you know, the big brain is unreal. So what we're gonna do is we floated Black Widow last time. I think it works really well because it shuffles the Widow's Bite. Oh, or we could shuffle a load of Sentinels in. That's also good. But we're going to end up with the hands, and we don't have thingy. I think we shuffle the Widow's Bite. Because I'm pretty sure if you draw the Widow's Bite as part of the draw from that, it just stops it dead. But I guess we'll find out. Let's see how many cards he ends up with. It's got 4, so. And we got our Master Mold back. We may as well play it, right? Like, we don't have a problem with him having our hands. The only problem we got is obviously we're gonna gain his hand, so I think we just Ronin right? This leaves him with like garbage. She-Hulk, okay. We're gonna lose a lot of power for Ronin. So we gave him Iron Man. I can't remember what we just gave him. Whoops. Iron Man was one of them though. I think we just Doctor Doom left though. Or do we... No, we kind of have to. I might just be like absolutely losing my mind today. No, we're gonna lose that because of the tie. So no, guys, I haven't had much sleep before filming this, but I really thought I was gonna do better than this one. I feel like I'm letting the team down. I feel like I'm letting Master Mold down. I really hope it's given him Master Mold. Okay, it didn't give him Master Mold. It's good though, he's got a full hand now. Unless he kept the Master Mold because of that. Okay. I'm liking the Cosmos. I think we're gonna play Miss Negative left here. And I think we're gonna snap this guy. I feel like we've got a really good lead here, and I feel like Orcus Forge is like the perfect location because he just can't dump his hand on the last turn. I know we haven't drawn into thingy yet, but oh yeah, we made the right choice. I think we'll just play out some cards here. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll play down the Iron Man. Sarah is fine.
I am Iron Man.
We got priority reveal as well, which is dope. Ooh, and we hit the Ronin. See, now this is interesting because now I'm torn. On one hand, I want to Ronin the Iron Man. I want to Arnim the Iron Man. On the other hand, I want to. So he's probably going to hit Monkey left, right? And he's got 6 cards in hand. So that hit Monkey's going to end up being 12-12, whereas this will be an extra 5. He might see the Arnim coming though. That's the thing. I think this is right. I mean, this is correct. I mean, if he sees the Arnim coming, fair play to him. I mean, he might have done.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
So many Iron Men, you know what I mean? But there you go. And that's how it's done. You lose 10 games in a row, or however many it was, by just simply not paying attention to things like priorities, and then when it comes down to it, you get the textbook read. Oh, I wish I'd stayed looking at the board. I think we could have also won that by playing Ronin in the right place. But I don't know, that Arnim just felt a bit more spicy, a bit more safe. Things could have definitely gone wrong. This far back is so close, we've got to use it. Team dog, love it. Rock of the year. I hate Crimson Cosmos. I feel like whenever people talk about like worst locations, Crimson Cosmos does not come up often enough. And if it does, I don't see it getting represented enough. I think my all-time least favourite is Subterranea. I absolutely despise Subterranea. Even when I'm playing Dark Hawk, I see Subterranea and I get upset. I don't normally like down hip as much, but the Iron Man and the Ronin I've got in this deck is really nice. And that's a cool bast as well, actually, talking about down hip. Oh, that's good for us. We could snap on that. I think we'll just play a Wong out. I think we'll just hold fire a bit. I'm surprised he hasn't snapped. Unless that screwed him somehow. I guess all of his stuff costs free now though. Very interesting. But we do have a pretty marvellous hand now, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, all of his shit just still makes it cost free. That's so sad. It's probably like 3 1s and stuff, isn't it? Oh, rough. Okay, alright. Let's try a slightly different deck. So this is my other this is my other first draft for my Master Mode deck. This one's a bit more easier, and this one's probably a bit more achievable to make, as apart from Master Mode, every card here is pool 1 and 2, which is or 3, which is really, really nice. Again, lots of easy substitutions. So we're basically taking the traditional Electro Sandman, hit Infinite the last couple of seasons, playing Sandman lists. I think Sandman's insanely strong. If you're interested in those videos, check them out on the channel. They're my most viewed videos, probably because they're where I play the best. But I just think the Electro Sandman combo is so overwhelming. Let's talk about some of the other tech choices. We got Ronin and Devil in here. Ronin, obviously, because if we've got Sandman down, they can only play 1 card a turn. Plus Master Mold, that's pretty good. And then Devil's in here, because if we're only playing 1 card a turn, that's pretty good, and it's also a good backup. Doctor Doom is insane with Sandman. The ability to play across 3 lanes and have that 5 power in each just really pushes it over. Chavez, just to make it a bit more consistent on your draws. It's also not bad to just have a 6/9. Shang-Chi is in here because I just firmly believe Shang-Chi is one of the best tech cards in the game. It's also really, really good if your opponent can only play like 1 card a turn. You can just blow them up. Also, this is kind of like a little like null counter for Galactus matchups. Iceman and Cork are just a little bit of disruption, along with Black Widow. This is just to fuck with hand size a bit. And sometimes, rarely, you'll be in a situation where you have Sandman down and you'll play Black Widow, and then obviously they can't draw for the rest of the game, or they can waste time playing Widow's Fight. I don't love that. I wish you could play them together in the same turn more easily, then that would be a really sweet combo. Korg and Iceman are just good cards. Like, they're just decent 1-drops. And then lastly, Sunspot. Sunspot does really make sense in this deck, because when you play Electro, if you're floating the extra energy and you've got Sunspot down, it doesn't feel as bad. So that's the deck. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing you haven't seen before. It's just got a little bit of spice to it. I imagine there is a lot of improvements that could be made. I wish I was waifu. But yeah, let's see how it plays out. I've only played like 3 or 4 games with this. I started playing this because I didn't want to go straight to the Mr. Negative deck, but like after a few games of playing like suboptimal, in my opinion, suboptimal build of this, it just started to get a bit annoying. So we ended up switching back to Mr. Negative, which is our bread and butter, I would say. I'm gonna play right just in case this is something crazy that we can't play into. We do have the Doom, but why not, right? And yes, that is Inkified Pixel Electro. I don't know, it's so goofy, I kind of love it, you know. Inkified just makes everything better. Oh, plus the locations are swapping off in turn 4. I wasn't even registering the Starlight since that was there. Demon. Big demon. Okay. That would have been really sad if that hit Electro. Like, big sad. Turn 4, turn into one of the other locations. Jesus Christ. Getting savage up in here. We are probably going to play Sandman next turn. Hopefully he plays Falcon the turn that we play Sandman, because then it's just like a really hard choice for him to play those minions back out. You don't play Falcon this turn, you play Falcon next. This shit. Ooh, I like that. We're gonna spread our power out a bit. We're gonna play the Sandman right. Yeah, monkey, yep. This is rough for him. Fully snap though. We can still lose this very easily, don't get me wrong. Just it is a very good position for us to be in now. I don't know if we want to hold the Doom for the last turn. Although we do have the Ronin. So I think the reality of it is like he's gonna play out that demon again. We're gonna draw the Chavez, so the Chavez might end up being bigger than Ronin, I don't know. Okay. Mysterio is a card. Well, he's got to win 3 lanes with 1 card, so I don't think it matters too much. We'll play the Ronin for style points, I guess. We will play him. Let's try and predict. Where's he going to play Big Demon? Surely he plays Big Demon. Well, I guess actually it could make a difference, right? So if the Mysterio does get it doubled, then I guess we should play mid. We'll play the Demon left. Fair play for him for sticking out, because when I snapped, it was already halfway through the turn, so he'd already seen the Sandman, and he chose to play into the Sandman, which I think was a bit nutty. But hey, we live for nuts. Nuts are exciting. We're here for the good times, you know. We're gonna play mids. It's kind of a toss-up between playing left and mids. Sometimes I feel like playing mid, sometimes I feel like playing right. Yeah, alright, I'm happy with that. That means we've probably got priority now. So Black Widow's got 3 attack. We're probably playing Doom on 6 or 5, so we've probably got 2 slots here. We'll play the Black Widow right, just for the same reasoning, in case it's like an unplayable location or something. Ooh, Psylocke, haven't seen that for a while. Pet Mansion, that's no problem. This could be Mr. Negative. Long, okay. One could be a problem. Don't like flighting a mana. That sucks. Energy. I think we just Sandman next turn, depending on what happens here. Zardu, Sentinel. I don't really know what we're fighting here. And my brain's kind of telling me that it's probably some kind of Dark Wolf deck, right? To that end, we've got 4 cards in deck. So let's say he plays the Dark Wolf, and then he plays Wong plus Rock Slide, right? That would give him... I'd have 5 cards, no, 7 cards next turn, so that'd be 14. So I'd have to beat 14 power with 9 plus 7, 5, 6. I think we lose to pretty much if he plays Dark Lord mid this turn. I mean, he wouldn't do that, would he? Okay.
Victory.
Cool. Can I just say, the only reason we're winning these games as well is because of Master Mold. Master Mold obviously. Not Quake, not anything. We're going to play a Sunspot on turn 1. We're not too fussed about them drawing the rock yet. I think we'll play Black Widow this turn. Maybe if I'm about to play Korg, because that way then the backs of the building would have like given us the free power across each location. But I don't think we're terribly worried about having priority. One of the obstacles we're likely to face here is oh, so you like adding sentinels to your hand. One of the obstacles that we kind of like are likely to face here is Cosmo, but Cosmo gets pulled to Asteroid M, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, okay, cool. So if we do this, he's at 6. Master Mold's just going to lock his hand up completely. We got the Shang-Chi. Thank Cosmo for it. Okay, flowers. Fine. Have a rock. Have some Sentinels. Man, we love giving the opponent garbage. We're giving them 4 cards, guys. Can you believe it? The only thing that's making me sad here is the fact that we haven't actually drawn anything to contest the other lanes. We're probably either going to have to go Shang-Chi next turn or Ronin. I think that's okay. I mean, the Sandman is really, really good, right? So if we Sandman right, and then he plays left, then we just probably win. So we can just play Doc Doom or Shang-Chi. Hopefully he pushes priority over to his side. Like a Dark Wolf or something. Arrow. Okay. He plays Dark Wolf against 6.
have lost this one. We might have lost this one. He will lose 3 mid. I mean, he can only play 1 card, so if he plays something for left, then he will just like lose the lane completely. He's got 5 cards in hand. What's the biggest thing he could add? Yeah, quite a few big things to be fair. I think the thing that scares us is what if he plays something that's not Shang-Chiable. But then he played his own Sentinel, so this gets pulled actually as well. Sorry, there's an asteroid in there. I think we go Ronin, right? I feel like Ronin, although Ronin doesn't beat if he plays his Devil Dino. This is really tough because this beats. Does this beat? This doesn't. No, this wouldn't beat. This wouldn't beat it. Don't think we can win. Because if we play the Shang-Chi and we kill it, then the Shang-Chi gets dragged to Asteroid M, so we win Asteroid M but we still lose Lightning Bats. Yeah, and we would be behind by 1 net overall. Rough. I think there's still a bit of work with this one. I think the concept's like kind of good. I think like it does feel really good when you do manage to get it like together. But obviously, see like this like Weird Worlds doesn't feel good. Not the right card for it. Blue Marvelate. Okay. Not a Tyson. Okay. Well, looks like maybe we're playing Zoo. The Black Widow play does always make me laugh because, like, playing Black Widow into Wrath is like fine, but it's just like, oh, I hope you get your is fine. Yep, sure, put a rock in your own deck. Devil Dino's kind of funky. I think we just play Shang-Chi. I think we just play Shang-Chi to get it, yeah. It's pretty good. He could Sandman us it, which would be really, really funny if we got our own Sandman. Unfortunately, we can't play the Giganto this time. Okay. We're probably still just giving the snap that way. I think we probably just go. Yeah. Well, that'll do for today, I think. I think we made some good progress. I hope I've inspired you. I think Master Mold's a really cool card. I'm excited to try and figure out some other ways of doing things. These games have been a bit, like, as well. When I was playing them, just sort of to test them out in the first sort of 20 odd games I did, I really had a lot of times where, like, some crazy nutty stuff happened. Like, I'd get down a Wong and the Wong would stick and I'd be able to get 4 Sentinels in hand on like turn 6, turn 4. Turns out that Master Mold is also really, really good into what's it called? Cloning bats. Master Mold into cloning bats is funny, as I'm sure you can imagine. That's a really good way to fill your opponent's hand with Sentinels. But yeah, just a really fun card all in all. I think it's tricky because I've obviously just spent 6k tokens on him, and I was quite happy about that, but like I had just got the Frog bundle, so I did have a bit spare, and like to be fair, I have 5,000 left. I really want Ghost as well, but Ghost is dropping tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get Ghost out of Series 4 container. I don't have Valkyrie yet, if you can believe it. I'm sure loads of you guys don't have Valkyrie either, but Valkyrie is like one of the going to be the season 3 card that drops. Oh, it's not that cost. It's still like 1 or 2. Yeah, Valkyrie is going to be my next season 3 card that drops. I'm not too fussed about stature. I want to get her all a player, but yeah. Yeah, we're getting there slowly. We're down to like what? We're missing like 4, 8, and then Kitty Pride. We're missing 9. Oh, Snowguard as well. 10 cards. So we're slowly catching up. I think every month I get one card closer to having a full collection, which doesn't sound like a lot, but time goes way too quickly. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my interesting moldy decks. There definitely will be more Master Mold coming. I'm really excited to show you more of it. Have a great week, you know. Enjoy life, and catch you guys soon. See you in a bit. Bye bye.